Hello, my friend. Hey, yeah. Let me give you some clap, huh? I'll give you some lot of clapping. Me applause to you guys for being patient with me. The weekend, man, a lot of activities, man, a lot of competition in soccer or football, if you wanna call it, and I'm an official. So I'm running around, keeping up with the boys and girls on the soccer field, man. It's been hot. It's been extremely hot. Even for this pigmentation of black, man. It doesn't matter, man. Make sure you put a tan lotion on, man. Whatever. Sun blocker, whatever those things, man. I hope. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling some sunburn, maybe on my back. I don't know why. I had a shirt on. I wasn't sunbathing. But anyway, enough of me, man. Welcome to all my new subscribers, man. Keeping a clear eye of what I'm seeing, man. Welcome aboard, man. The community of Athletics Without Boundaries, man. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate the engagement. I had a comment from one of my subscribers or any viewer, I like being, interacting with you. It's fun. It tells me that you are keeping in touch, which is always significant in this day and age whereby things are just scrolling before our screen and we really don't even have a moment to reflect on what maybe this guy is saying. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think one of the things one of my viewers on this channel was asking or alluding to is that doping is a problem. If you watch me historically, I've been very adamant on how I stand on doping and drug use in sports. In fact, the last person I even mentioned was the new king of the mile, Josh Kerr. As much as there's been transparency on what he has done, I'm always suspicious. I mean, remember, I myself went through this route of being an athlete, so I understand the temptations to cheat because it's lucrative. You can be cheating and then you get big bonuses here and there. Yet we, the fans, are being cheated on because what we are seeing is not what is. But yeah, historically, if you guys have kept, you know where I stand on doping. And I've been very hard on Kenyans too. And talking of Kenyans, I was watching something here. There's a silver medalist from the Commonwealth Games, freaking Commonwealth Games, Stephen Dagiri. He's been suspended, but he went to the Commonwealth Games after testing for EPO in and out of competition in June the 30th. Last time around, I guess, right? Where are we? Oh, okay, this year, June the 30th. So yeah, Kenya is not. It seems that this endemic of doping in Kenya is not going away. To find even that a Commonwealth participant was under the watch or was under suspension or whatever that is that he had doped after in some testing, just tells you how big the problem is. I've been interrogating these subjects for a while. I don't think it's going away. I think it's a cultural problem, is a leadership problem, is an athlete's problem. And I think most Kenyans will cheat, if I may say that, because it's just become part of culture. It's bad manners, it's impunity, and I've called it all kinds of names, but I guess nobody listens. And I'm glad one of the comments I got the other day was challenging me maybe to be more vocal. And I think the issue for me was if somebody, I talked about J. Hodge, or the British Virgin Islands lady who was a gold medalist in the 200 meters and how she was treated. I think for me, you have to be fair. Okay, just because somebody had a past of having done something illegal and they've served their times, I emphasize this. We have to be kind. They are still human beings, and we have to treat them with decency. So I'll stand with that. But in any case, really, it saddens me when I see people like this guy from Kenya, Stephen Dingiri, silver medalist, walker during the Commonwealth Games and whatever. And it doesn't matter if you cheated or if you've been found that you've been using drugs. You should serve your time, and you should just take a break and go reflect and serve your time, reflect on what has happened, and pay the penalty. I believe in consequences for any actions, mostly in the athletic world, whereby people are trying to make a buck. And we, the fans, are being, nobody wants to be cheated out of what they are watching. We want to see, some legitimacy and some clean sports. The policing system, I think, is still questionable for me. I think sometimes people who have no money seems to get a higher penalty or a stiffer penalty because they don't have a way of rebattling or challenging what has been imposed of them as a penalty. And I'm talking of people, maybe from Kenya in particular, Ethiopia and others. So just a minute, my notes here. Yeah, so in any case, guys, I stand by, let's keep it clean. That's all I'm saying. But let's be fair to and treat each other kindly. We don't have to be shunning and treating athletes who have come back. They've been restated. I mean, this is their sport. They love it. They made a mistake, which happens. And sometimes we, the fans, need to be more forgiving. I know we like to hug, we like to lynch people and just ostracize them to Siberia, and we feel that we've accomplished something because we've done that. But I think for me, the issue still remains we have doping problem. And even I still believe that even the fact that the shoes now becoming an issue, we might have to look at and say, is it cheating? If you can get a good shoe that gives you that, 2% advantage. I don't know. Anyway, it's here and there. I was just clearing something here where I stand on something according to the comment I got. But thanks for the comments, guys. Man, while this under 20 event in Eugene has been exciting, I'll say that from the, and it's been very hard for me to keep up over the weekend. This is the last day, the 5th day. There should be some highlights coming up. So like you guys, maybe you've seen what you've seen. I think one of the things that has come out of this for me, under 20 in Eugene, is how big it has become. The performance of these young men and women in the sport is really getting to be an eye catcher. And there's a wave of enthusiasm that I like. The stadiums were still empty the first few days. They kind of filled up yesterday, but I think people are walking too, and most of the athletes may be international. And, imagine chartering yourself from whatever part of the world, Guyana, Colombia, all the way to America. It can be a challenge and expensive. But the stadiums were still empty. But there was enthusiasm. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming out of this U20 World Championship in Eugene. I was really impressed. I got some highlights here. I saw the 400 meters men. Deleon versus Quincy Wilson and Kokimua of South Africa. You have to appreciate that race for what it became. I was watching the South African pounding it and coming off the turn. He had a lead, so it looks like, until he was sandwiched by the Americans, Deleon and Quincy. And my friend, Deleon, man, I've never seen such a hard sprinting to the finish line. That was phenomenal by itself, 44.67. And then that's the winner, Deleon, my friend. That was, to me, I haven't known about Deleon. I've known of Quincy. He was an upcoming during the Olympics. He presented the American team, was it World Championship. In the relay, he was part of a relay. He was coming up. I think it was an upset. For those who know Quincy Wilson, for me, that was an upset. But again, it's America 1-2. South Africa against bronze. Kokemore, that was his name, man. 44.97, man. 96 for third place. Man. I've always said Kenyans can do great. I've always believed in this country that I was born in, that I grew up in, that I was inspired to be an athlete. If you got, I never write off Kenya when it comes to athletics. I never, though I've mentioned their doping issues. It's becoming an issue. It's becoming an issue. We've seen this. But the 3,000 meters, Emmanuel Kiprono, I've never seen such a demolition of competition. I've never seen such a shutdown on the competition. Almost 200-meter gap. He was going for the world record in the under 20, but he ended up going a 7:28.28. Monster run, incredible, ridiculous. That's the only words I could use. That was insane. His eyes lit up when he saw the clock, and that's how good the young man Emmanuel Kiprono looks like, man. That is some top-notch, top performance from the Kenya. Gold all the way. Listen, I told you guys, the Commonwealth game to me was a joke. You cannot compare Commonwealth games to the under 20 in Eugene when it comes to Kenyans. Kenyans are really doing very well here. And what the hell were we doing in Glasgow? I don't care. And then, yes, 7:28, man. Yeah, what is this? This is the record for the U20 competition, championship record, 7:28. I was impressed by that one. Really, totally taken back on. The margin of win and the margin of victory was something to behold. Javelin, man, javelin. As a field event that I've always been, I've always had my eye on. And South African, what is his name? Heymans? No, John Hendrik Heymans. When you see rounds of javelin and you see somebody just dominating, you come to a conclusion that what else is he going to do? He went a 79 before that. And then people are like, whoa, hey, my friend, hey, slow down. Went back for his last throw, 80 meters, 50 centimeters. This guy made people like Julius Yego say we are retiring, honestly. When you start to have young under 20 going 80, 50, you know it's time to retire, Julius Yego. These South African look that good. Okay, that is javelin, my friend. I think I saw the javelin disappear. Maybe it was smoking. It's been very, we've had wildfires. It just disappeared into the sky. I was like, bye and bye, my friend. Then it landed. And the commentator was like, wow. I'm saying the same thing. Wow. Man, South Africa, what's his name? Heymans, man. John Hendrik Heymans, man. Gold medal goes to SA. Bofana boy, man. My friend. So, the 400 meters, I'm just giving you guys some things I saw highlights. Maybe you've seen more than I've done because I've been out of town. The 400 meters, women, favorite was Stephanie Vasquez of America, and she had a lead coming off the top of the curve there. I mean, don't get me wrong, don't get me started. She had a lead, and then the Czech, Kuz Kaya comes KUS, Kuz from Czech Republic, on the wire, man, 51.06. Okay, let me calibrate you guys to see that we are talking of U20. And if you don't know this, and I'll just give you guys something to think about. This age we are looking at here carry their emotions on their sleeves. That's what I noticed all through the competition and championship in Eugene. They carry their emotions in a healthy way on their sleeves. This girl finishes. She looks at the Czech finishes the race in the 400. She looks at the camera. This has been happening all throughout these last few days. Tears just roll down her eyes. That's what I love, man. And my last thing I told you guys, if you don't have emotions in sports, man, I don't know how you're going to enjoy it. To see these guys, just tears of joy, fans loving it. I suspect there's some family or whatever came with them. I love seeing that. I enjoy that. Guyana Springer was third. We are talking of small. Guyana is a very tiny country, but I mentioned them because they need to be mentioned, man. Because this championship, you start to see different countries, and that's why we call it World Championship. And then, oh, my friend, talking of emotions, I think Ethiopia took the best of the emotional celebration I ever seen. Johannes of Ethiopia was winning the steeplechase with a margin that is just, like I say again, is outrageous. Okay, I've talked of the at the Kenyan in the 3K, okay, 728, Emmanuel Kiprono. Johannes of Ethiopia, this lady started going like this. I thought she was going to start praying. She's celebrating. She's like, oh my gosh, I've done it again, or whatever. She gets the finish line. She's on her belly. She's just having a good time, man. 7:9:15, man. Best time under 20 in 3,000 meters. You have to appreciate some of these scenes we are coming out of UG, man. It tells us, after all, we are human, right? It just reminds us. You know, we get old. You hear men says, don't show your emotions. But when you show our emotions, we men, it's the worst emotion sometimes. It's taunting and sportsmanship stuff. Looking, staring down at your opponent once you finish the race, or shunning them because you think they've been like Ade J. Hodge of South British Virgin, whatever, islands. Why don't we just celebrate like human beings, man? And I love these emotions, man. It's part of the game, man. You got to enjoy, embrace your emotions, my friend. Triple jump. Who the hell is this guy, Michael Edward, man? Michael Edward of Jamaica gets on the runway. Is his last jump. And the commentator is like, what is he going to do again? What is he going to do again? Then the Jamaican boy, the reggae boy, looks at the runway. He's very slow, but very powerful triple jumper. Gets on the runway, barely runs, he's almost jogging, but the phase between the jumps, the triple jump, bam, and then he steps in. 17:08, man. Listen, 17:08 right now. And then he puts his finger and says, I got this. Cool assassin. Cool perfection in the art. Because this is a very technical event, my friend. Triple jump is not for the weak. Triple jump is not for people like us who are bare knees or whatever, man. This is where you step in and step out. Man, freaking Edward, man. Michael Edward. His name is so long, I just went with Michael Edward. I think he repeats his name twice in the name. He says Michael, then he says Edward, then Michael, then Edward. I'm like, okay, dude, you are the gold medalist from Kingston, man. And then Chang Chin Chen from China in the hammer. You know that hammer, so there's a cage, right? And this guy was spinning so fast in the cage, I thought he's gonna spin out of the circle and just get out of there. A powerful hammer thrower, man. He goes 79-60 meters. And the Chinese is like, very strong athlete, man. I'm just giving you what I saw, man, and tell you what, you have to respect some talent. When you see talent, you just say, I just saw talent, and I saw a gold medal going to China in the hammer, man. Impressive. Talk of impressive, man, I'm moving on because these are my notes. This is my show, okay? Enjoy with me what I'm just sharing that I enjoyed watching. The 200 meters women final was, I highlighted that a little bit. I don't know whether I gave you guys my take on some few things on the semis and the heats. But there was going to happen some. There's a lady, Shayana of Jamaica, Douglas. She has shown some signs in the early rounds that she's going to be a threat in the final. But hold your thought. They are twins. They're American twins, man. The Maxwell twins, man. Maya and Maria. Maria had won the 100 meters. She's a gold medalist in the 100 meters. But she was facing Douglas, Shoyana, and her sister, Maria. And this was going to happen. because people are saying, oh man, I hope she just lets her sister win. What do you mean, let my sister win? No, she was not gonna do it. You know, we talk as if there's no rivalry within siblings, man. Stop it. Even the worst rivalry you can ever, not the worst, the best rivalry you can ever witness is to see twins competing against each other. That is beautiful, man. That is just lovely. And you wonder how parents, I saw the dad and the family hugging her, and you just wonder, what is their take? I think for me, I'll say this, they are neutral. Is there a favorite within the twins? I don't know, but who cares? It is Maya Maxwell, man. She tops the 200 meters, so she's a double gold medalist in the 100 and 200, man. You kidding me? It's all going in the family. And the sister wasn't to be outdone, man. We had a splitter, though. We have the Jamaican Shoyana Douglas splitting the twins, man. Shame to Douglas, man. How do you split the twins, girl? Come on, man. Let them have one, too. Then you can have bronze. No, Jamaica is like, hell no. That was a good race to watch. It was a beautiful race to watch. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the celebration after. Some of those things, you have to see them as they are, man. Enjoy the moments like this, man. You got twins doing their thing. One gets gold, the other one gets bronze. And Jamaica is like, you know what? You guys, you can't be greedy like that. You twins, I'm splitting you right now. That was nice,
Talk
man.
about
That was
Tate.
nice. Taylor, man. Have you been watching this guy? I was telling my wife the other day, I've been around and I haven't seen many athletes have their full glasses when they're racing. I thought most of the time maybe they have contacts. But Tate Taylor, the double gold medalist in this U20, man, let me tell you something, my friend. I'm seeing a new generation. I think as an older generation of athletics, to see this kind of performance, to see what I've just mentioned, deliver on big stage, just doing it with a passion and a sense of, I got this. Gives me hope, man. Athletics is not going to fade away, man. It's not on it's not on IV. It's not on life support. We got some young talent. Tate Taylor, 1983 championship record. He could have gone faster. That's my opinion. But this guy is a machine, man. Huh? With glasses on and long dreads on his head. You know, these are young, upcoming. They are filling space slowly by slowly. Hopefully they stay healthy. LA 28 is waiting for them. I saw this young man, very composed, great demeanor. He's unhinged. It doesn't bother him. He's just enjoying his life. And I think this is the beauty of sports, man. You start to see certain traits, certain things that you admire. Okay, we all care about gold. It's great. Gold medals, silver, bronze, they look great. But demeanor, man, how people carry themselves, the class. I enjoy it, man. Even after that, you see their interviews. You're like, you know what? I think the future looks good. Just my opinion on Tate Taylor, man. I love these young people, watching them. I'm a big fan of how I see character. There's some that I've mentioned that I would mention here. I'm not a big fan of just, when people talk down, what I call debasement of language or debasement of behaviors, where there's this unsportsmanlike stuff, the taunting, staring down. I like class, man. Do your thing, man. Embrace your competition. It's a camaraderie. You need them to get better. Man, my friend, Tate Taylor, man. Tate Taylor, man. I got to give this guy his flowers, man. And then, of course, there's Lahezra Brown in high hurdles 110, man. Who's going to do this? 1272, man. Are you out of your mind? By the way, in the semis, he seemed to stumble. People are concerned about him pulling a calf. I think he he slowed down too quick in the semis, and he was kind of limpy a little bit. And I was like, oh man, no. In fact, in the semis, he ran 12:83, and then here he equals the world record in the junior category, 12:72, my friend. My friend, listen, I'm here just to tell you that it's been a good U20 championship. I kind of regret not going there and seeing it live on the ground. But I say I have an excuse. I think I had games. It's been hot. It's been smoky. I can't be outside too long. I don't trust my system. I don't want to compromise. I'm not young. Yeah, I'd rather be home. I enjoy that event. I enjoy the 110 arrows. Very technical. In the women, I think there's a lady Cooper who won it. Away from Jamaica, was it? Or South Africa? Because I think South Africa got bronze. Yes. Hold on a minute. I got it right here. Okay. It was, hold on a minute. I got it right here, man. I like to highlight this one because I was, I was impressed. Oh, come on now. Why am I getting all this? Okay, use only. Okay, get out of here. Let me see. Oh, hold on a minute. Sometimes, you have to go with my speed, okay? Cooper, man. Cooper in the 100 hurdles women, 1291. And who else? And South Africa got the bronze or silver. The South Africa got a silver. Tumi Ramo Gopa. Sometimes you have to slow down. And Tiana Marshall of Jamaica, 1297, man. Impressive. Oh, and then I watched the 3,000 meters women. And Charity Cherop, who had won the 5,000 from Uganda, went 42, and she tried to do what she thought she was gonna do and be a double gold medalist in 3,000 and 5,000. No, the Ethiopian says hell no, because the Ethiopians had other plans, and the best plan happened when it was around 200 meters to go, because Yordanos Sigap and Shito Gumi, who had a silver. No, she had a silver in the 5,000. Oh no, she had a bronze. There was a Kenyan Jocelyn. I think Jocelyn spoiled the party there in the 5,000. So she had the bronze in the 5,000, if I'm correct. This lady Shito Gumi. Here she gets a silver. So she goes on pretty rich. And the Charity Cherop had to settle for bronze in the 3,000 meters. And that was that, right? Right? Yeah, that was that. I was, overall, let me just give you my take. I mean, I might be, before I forget, 800 meters men, I don't remember who won. I'll find out later. But I forgot the name. It's some European guy. We had two Kenyans in the final, by the way. They had done very well. I think they ran themselves to the ground in the semis. There's a young upcoming runners from Kenya in the 800 meters. Yeah, so overall, the whole entire competition for me, the U20 out of Eugene, for me, my observation is that the future is bright. I think if I was to analyze or maybe interrogate Kenya slightly, it tells me something about young athletes. We have a crop of young athletes. For me, the issue is how we nurture them moving forward. Because we've been struggling in distance running for a long time in big stage, big competition. This is U12. I mean, not U12. This is U20, under 20 years old. So we got good medals. Honestly, when you're talking of gold, we had the 5,000, not 5,000, 3,000. I'm gonna watch the final here. Maybe give you a wrap up of what I see at the end of this championship. But so far, my impression is that there's hope for Kenya. But I think what I'm concerned about Kenya is the complacency. We've taken things for granted for a while. I think we just assume we have talent. We just assume that. It's kind of an assumption that is counterintuitive, because the world is closing down on Kenya, athletics. People are figuring out about Kenyans. And then the problem now with Kenya is we have asterisks, we have a cloud hanging over our performances. So nobody trusts what they see about Kenyans. If we run faster, people start, and then you have somebody like I just mentioned at the beginning, somebody wins a silver medal in Glasgow, and then the next thing we hear is that this guy had an EPO when he was tested out of competition. He has some drug issues as far as athletics is concerned. So we win here and then we lose here. So I think for me, Kenya just giving an analysis of our competition edge and our where we stand in the world. I don't think we are a nation that people admire without scrutiny. And I think that the idea that we've taken it for granted is not boding well. And I'm just being patriotic as much as I can. And you guys can check me way back. You can rewind everything I've said. I've always said Kenya can do better. Think of Kenya in this U12. I don't know, I keep saying U12 reminds me of my games I've been reffing. They're under 12, so my brain hasn't really come back to earth. So when you think of Kenya in Eugene and the World Championship are just coming to an end here, there's some good news, and I think I'll be the first one to acknowledge that there's some good news coming out of there, to see that we banked 4 gold medals in events that we haven't been doing very well. That bodes well. The future looks bright. The question is not that the future looks bright. The question is who is going to be cradling and nurturing this future, and who are the visionaries of these upcoming young athletes. Like I mentioned, I'm aware of very young talent that I saw. I saw some young upcoming. I saw a lady, some young girls in the 3,000, Nagosa. There's a lady, young girl, Rono. I just keep an eye on these Kenyans, and now they're on big stage. And the question is this stage too big for them? Sometimes because they are not prepared well. And you can never prepare this age anywhere well for that. It can be overwhelming. I understand that. They are not the only ones who get overwhelmed. So if we are going to say Kenya with these 4 gold medals behind America, who are 12, Italy has 3, Jamaica 2. Overall, if you have to say we were the second best team in this championship, kudos to the talents that are very hungry. The question for me is not that we don't have talent. The question for me is the bureaucracy within the system and how we don't know how to seek talent and give them time and follow their growth. Like I saw some countries, man, you have coaches who are present. You have leadership that you can see, they are almost visible. And you can see that they want to see these young men and women succeed. They are banking on them. It's the future of the country, the future that they are looking forward to our championship coming up next year. You're looking at Olympics in LA 28. That is how you look at it. So you create a system. That's maybe a conversation I'm trying to have, most hopefully with the Kenyans audience and the leadership, that we cannot continue this. We have talent. It doesn't matter. It does matter. These days it's not just a matter of just throwing eggs on the wall and you hope it sticks. It doesn't. And Kenyans have been exposed. Should I repeat this? Can I be the one that's telling Kenya? We've been exposed. And we've been found wanting. We've been found suspect. We don't have the edge. We don't have the grit. We can't sprint to the rest of the world. If it comes down to the penultimate laps, or 5,000, 10,000, even 3,000 steeplechases, we cannot keep up with the Moroccans, the Ethiopians, the Americans, the Germans, Jimmy Gracia of France. Kenyans need to work on finessing the art of being an athlete. It's not business as usual. And I think this championship, to see people like Emmanuel Kiprono destroy the competition. The question is, was there competition to begin with? So let's not celebrate too soon. Let's ask ourselves, how can we improve on what we have? And how can we build the talent that we already have here? And make sure that they know we want to see them succeed. Not just during championship, but off championship, during the off seasons. Are we invested in these athletes? Because for most part, I'll be the first one to say here, most of these officials start to care only when there's a flag and they are going to championships, like they came to Eugene. During the rest of the season, during the hard times, during the low times when there's no championship, the question is, do you know who Rono is, the young girl I just mentioned? Do you know these guys who were in the 800 meters finals that didn't do very well? What made them not do very well? And that's I think, where we need to ask those questions and invest in them with some real stuff, not just bluff and photoshops. Photo ups in the State House. That's not enough these days, man. People need to get in the ground, the grassroots, and start nurturing these guys if we are looking forward to being relevant and being competitive and making a difference in the World Championship and the Olympics. Because just because we are second here to America does not mean we're going to be second in the World Championship come next year or the Olympics, whatever, right? I'm talking about athletics, the other things that you have to look at. Look at this. We just won a bronze medal in javelin in the Commonwealth Games with Irene Chepkemoi, a medal we've never seen in our lifetime or in my lifetime. We just got that, only to find out that this young lady is going to a university here in America, in TCU, Texas Christian Union, University somewhere, not Union, here in Texas. So we have talent. We do, and I repeat this, we do have talent. But they just fall through the cracks because the government, the association, does not care for them at the ground zero. Okay, that's the problem. That is the major problem. So my observation, the fact that we've done so well in this championship gives me hope. I'm a big fan of this country. Like I say, it's where I came from. You never forget your roots. But your roots sometimes get rotten. And some people are like, the axe is laying close to the roots. This is time to cut it. So I was impressed by some results, very impressed. Young talent from different countries. They did very well. There's a Swede, what's the Swede guy who did 8,000 points in decathlon. Is a lot of points, by the way. This guy was massive. His name is Silva, something De Lo Silva from Sweden. That's a decathlon, my friend. You got 10 events. Okay, you got all kind of events until you finish with the 1,500 meters. That was some great show, man. I watched some of those sessions, some of those events they were doing. You are like, my friend. By the time they were done with decathlon, nobody was moving. The scene that came out of it all was that they all ended up in the steeplechase pool, where they were having a pool party to cool their feet and their bodies down. That, trust me, that's camaraderie, man. You bond during the hardship of those competitions. And the decathlon was one of those things you watch. You're like, from day one, man, until yesterday was the final day in the 1,500 meters. After all those rounds of those events they had to compete in, you end up in the steeplechase pool, man. I was very, very glad to see that. So that's my take for now, guys. I like your comments. I'm a big fan of your comments and your likes. And if you want to join this family of community of athletics without boundaries, it's me, man, the man with a gratitude. Kind of tired a little bit. Like I said, it's been a long weekend. Even my eyes are kind of barely can see through the lenses here. But it's a delight just to catch up with what happened in Eugene. I think the final events are today, the relays. I don't know, there's 1,500 meters women today or something like that. The results will be out. If I see something exciting, it's going to be me. I have a lot of things coming up on my channel here. I'll be talking about European Championship. I'm looking forward to Jakob Engbertsson, man. Man, I'm a big fan of the Norwegian, man. Big fan of him. I saw an interview that he did that he's talking about some stuff. Let me go read it and see. I just saw a headliner. I'm looking forward to European Championship. We just done with this Eugene. There are some great things happening on the horizon. I'm looking forward to more excellence, more perfection, more faster times. But I have to tell you this. Emmanuel Kiprono, 7:28, solo effort. Kenyans, man. Mnajivuna lakini mjivuna, man. You guys, man, let me tell you something. I'm a blessed Kenyan, man. We got some raw talent. They just need to be nurtured. The government, the system just need to show them they care. That's all they need, man. If you nurture and care for talent, they deliver every freaking time. But my friend, man, we take them for granted. Sometimes it's sad. There are some stories out of Kenya, man, that is just, it makes you sick. Talent just being wasted. Huh? You wonder why people like Wilson Kipketer went up in Denmark. Bernard Lagarde came to America. You've had people just, they're like, bye-bye, because if you don't invest in athletes, somebody else is going to. They'll offer them something better. We've had our athletes going to Qatar, in Bahrain, Middle East. Of course they have the money. It's the love of them. You can't blame them. If all they get from Kenya is every now and then they go to State House and they get blood money, you think that's enough? Huh? Do you think that they're gonna retire on that? No. My friend, the reason why I see now, I take back about Eliud Kipchoge. The reason why Eliud Kipchoge is still doing what he's doing is because he has to do it. Who's going to do it for him? Kenya? The government? The system? When Eliud Kipchoge retires in Kenya, nobody gives a amp about him. You can betcha. Now I've thought about it. That's the reason the guy is like, I'm not retiring. I'm going to just run around the world. Whatever I can make, whatever he's making, is for Eliud Kipchoge and his philanthropies that he's done in the country, man. Now I see it, man. I've been very hard on him, but now it dawned on me. There's no retirement program or system in Kenya for athletes, man. Most of them have died miserably. Miserably. If I bring stories here, guys, you and I will be in tears just talking about it. It's very sad. They've died as if they were nobodies. Do you know where Peter Rono is? Do you know who Peter Rono is? Peter Rono is the 1500 meters Seoul Olympics 1988 gold medalist. Do you think he lives in Kenya? Do you think the Kenyan government of today even know about that gold medal? Let me ask you, John Gugi, 5,000 meters. I'll just give you the 1988. Where is Paul Lereng? Is he in Kenya? No, it's not. Can I name another one? Where's Julius Karaoke, 3,000 steeplechases? Does the country even give him something for what he did for the country? If you win a medal of any kind in any other parts of the world, you are set for life, man. Life. Your life is good. Not in Kenya, my friend. The only fat people in Kenya who take care of themselves are the politicians, the rich, the looters, and the thieves. You can ask them, do they even have anything for the athletes that have retired? Anything for athletes that have brought gold medal to this country of Kenya? Zero. Nothing. I don't know why I got there, man. I got to go, man. Hey, man. Kenyans, man, congratulations, man. Second place to America in U20 in Eugene. Proud of them, man. I'll continue advocating for the betterment of a country, man, in athletics in Kenya. That's me. Ciao.